co? Okej. Jestem. Się pojawiłem, mam nadzieję. To ze Steama mogę wywalić. Tududum. Tududum. Aha, teraz jeszcze muszę Dobra, żeby się do YouTube'a dostać. Kurde, jeszcze nie ma. Jakie gówno. Kurde, kojo jest w ogóle. Tu jest moje konto. O, jest. Musi być live już. Dziwne, że kurwa. Nie dało się wcześniej tego. Dobra, lecimy, bo my dzisiaj mamy plany konkretne co do dzisiejszego streama, jeśli o to chodzi. Musimy skończyć ten wątek główny, a potem polecimy sobie tam z tymi dwoma pobocznymi, co się aktywizowały. Uwaga, noc się zrobiła. Ale my to zaraz ogarniemy. My mamy w ogóle jeszcze 2 statki jeszcze wydupcyć w kosmos, żeby sobie uaktywnić, no ale no zobaczymy. Nie zamierzam, jaki to ma poziom 5, a ja mam już wyższy, bo ja mam poziom 10, prawie że 11. No ale nie będziemy się w to bawić. Wiecie o co chodzi? Bo ja sobie przy okazji będę skanował mapę. Chyba mi brakuje jeszcze 2, nie? Tych składników. Nie, 3. 3 mi brakuje rzeczy na tym. To może na razie wyłączę, bo Właśnie pytanie, jak ja tam się mam dostać. What the fuck, co za bydle. Nie. No siema. Ja muszę być tam gdzieś do góry się dostać. Tak jakby. Kurde, no tylko że jest problem. Pewnie sobie nogę złamałem. Zmniejszony udźwig. A, moja wina trochę, bo teoretycznie tu jest wejście, nie? Co jest?
Now check that out. The room seems to notice we're here. Like it's watching us.
Wow.
Do you need something? Okay.
What the fuck? Czas czego? Dziwnie. Czy ja mam coś tu zbierać, czy co? Trochę dziwna jest ta misja. Nie wiem. Pieprzone to. Powalona ta misja trochę jest. Nie wiem. Ale to nie to. O. Mnie interesuje. W trakcie misji muszą również... Aha. Ale mi to dużo daje. Co ja mam tu zrobić, bo dalej nie ogarniam. amunicji na to. Kurde, dziwna ta misja.
Ta-da! Make way! We're here! It's like some kind of gate, huh?
Okej, nie wiem. Dosyć to dziwne.
Now that was a sight to behold. You're okay, right? Well, let's get you back to the lodge.
O, o.
Make sure. Then we'll talk. I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk to you.
Fajnie. Wróć do loży.
I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing.
Kurwa, ciężkie to.
Irvin's last messages
Takie
to me,
dosyć,
thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice.
bardzo takie dosyć dziwne.
Oh, sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Remember a bit ago we were talking about Constellation? I've just been thinking about it since. And Irvin, my husband, used to be in Constellation way back when. So my mind jumped to thinking about him. So I was listening to these old messages to hear his voice. No, I apparently read at least a few of these. I just don't remember. It was a difficult time. It was surreal, honestly. So most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life. But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that. Kind of. I mean, it depends, right? If it's something that's still happening today, then I care. True, but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset. No, he was frustrated and angry. He said they were going to destroy his name. He said they were going to destroy his life if he didn't leave the planet now. Then he asked me to help clear his name. Said they had a case against him. Oh, he sounded so upset. Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help. No, I just thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail. His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company. It is, but I was thinking about it and, well, it's still wrong, right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes. He knows how to navigate archived and redacted legal documents, so he'll look for anything to do with Irvin on Gagarin. If those documents are protected, he might have to pay to access them. Might need to grease some palms, too. That makes sense. Irvin was one of us, after all. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense? No, I know I can't. I just don't want whoever hurt him to get away with it, if that's what happened. You're right. It is what it is. But being able to find out answers, maybe even right some wrongs, that could mean a lot. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. Yes? That's all I have to.
Co ty mi dodajesz chyba do tego? O, no to będziemy mieli tutaj ciekawą rzecz do roboty. Okej, my i tak kończymy. Mam nadzieję, że mogę przelecieć taki kawał. Coś mnie slung. Spadamy. Co to mam? To jakieś... niebezpiecznych obszarów. Okej.
How are you, Dusty?
Is something on your mind? And is it hero work?
Hey, you might want this. This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
Crix's bones. Look
No
at
tu jesteś, Mendo.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna start doing some scans. Like, right now.
We were right about the anomaly, weren't we? Tip our ears on the tail. What in the blackest sea are you going on about? What did it do to you?
Vladimir, look at these readings. Cardiovascular and neurological levels aren't in the normal range.
I think we're going to need a little demonstration. Mind putting the paces to it? Everyone saw that, right?
Like a literal gift from the heavens.
And also the most practical consequence of our little venture thus far.
Got no old shipwise for this one. Going to just call weird, weird. So we have artifacts, a temple, and this power. All connected.
Intriguing. Need to think about my own artifact sometime. But but I'm not sure I want to use it until I know more.
Can we find more of them?
Already picked one up from the scans. Matches another one of the artifacts we found. In theory,
Nie wiem do czego mi ta moc, ale...
But sifting through all the signs to identify a match is tricky. Impossible if you don't have the right artifact to compare. And even then, it takes time.
Dziwna ta moc.
You'd still need to cross-reference the artifacts we have with the data from the eye to pinpoint the source. Not all at once. You'll need to take the home voyage after you found each one. Should hopefully have more potentials for you then. Don't think it's just fortune's left that this temple responded to you. The artifacts, the visions, this power you've gotten, all seems to be the same song somehow. Plenty to think about. Anyway, catch a smile out there. I'll work on finding planet anomalies that match the other artifacts we have.
Koniec questu.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts.
Główne. Pustego. Misje. Drobne. Misje. Różne. O! Więc to jest tak. Reakcyjne. Na razie nie. I na razie to mnie interesuje. Tak na razie.
Be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Well, I suppose.
Po pierwsze, to my sobie sprawdzimy, gdzie to musimy iść. Czy to jest gdzieś, gdzie nas nie ma? Łe. O nie, nie ma szans. Nie ma szans. Nie, tego nie robimy. Za daleko. Za daleko. Kurwa, szczytami to tymi zjeżdżaj. Szczytami to mi zjeżdżaj, ale nie. To albo robimy tutaj. Poboczne, bo to już jest jako poboczne zadanie. To jest w tym punkcie. Albo nie wiem. Teoretycznie możemy robić.
Another perfect landing. 10 out of 10.
Okej. Kurwa. Co mam tu za ten?
So cold. Okay, think about campfires and warm blueberry muffins and jacuzzis. Yeah.
To samo. Gramy moce. Kolejną moc bierzemy może. Jest. Dawaj mi tą moc. Ale to jest głośne, masakra. To jest głośne. I co dostałem? Co to jest? To jest fajne. To mi się chyba bardziej podoba.
Does this place look cleaner than before? You are entering United.
O, cześć Martiniacz. Trochę cię nie było.
I love coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy, next to reading about you.
Dobra, wbijamy się na statek.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing
Już
some
ty sobie już
math
tu
and I
wrócił.
trade the gaps with you.
I co, nie pogadasz?
Spend so much time looking at the scans. I can see star systems. Oh, been poring over the charts, looking for another match. Think this one might just be it.
Aha, i tyle, tak? No, ciekawe. Dobra,
You might want this.
kurde. Łaź po schodach. Jestem na dyszy. Ręce. Aha. Dobra. Co my teraz, bo... Zależy, gdzie ja muszę iść. Tym statkiem. Pyk. Startujemy! Kosmiczna gra. Dobra, gdzie my jesteśmy teraz? Teoretycznie musimy gdzieś... Te okolice, mówisz? Na takiej małej planetce. Nie wiem, czy iść to robić. Czy nie? Dobra, idziemy. Teraz jest pytanie. Znajdź moc, którą skrywa. Oto ta planeta.
Oh, there's something terrifying and impressive realizing just how inhospitable this world is to life.
Ciekawa gra. No, to jest ten Starfield, ten nowy. Musiałeś o nim słyszeć, bo to... Bo musiałeś, no kurwa. Moment. Nie tak. Tylko czy ja muszę... to samo muszę zrobić. Kurwa. O, coś w tym... Jakby w tą stronę. Gdzieś w tą stronę. Tam. Widziałem jakieś filmiki na YouTubie krótkie. A, no widzisz, a ja gram na live'ach w tą grę. Ogólnie teraz to szukam różnych mocy sobie takich. Tam jest ta wieża, mi się wydaje. Dobra, duża jest galaktyka. Galaktyka. To kurwa nie jest jedna galaktyka, bo tu jest kurwa cały układ gwiezdny, patrz na to. Jest cały układ gwiezdny, a nie kurwa galaktyka. Tu... Powiedzmy, że tu są chyba nawet trochę science fiction planety, których nie ma normalnie. Jest cały układ gwiezdny, nie, no jedna galaktyka. Galaktyka to... Kurwa, stary. Jedna galaktyka to jest... To jest cały układ gwiezdny, stary. Czy galaktyka? W sumie to, no, galaktyka. Wydaje, że tu też są zmyślone trochę te planety, bo to jest, wiesz, nie wszy... Czekaj, bo oczywiście tu nie jest... Nie tu? Świat ogromny, no ta gra jest... Ta gra, jakbym ją musiał całą zrobić tak od deski do deski, to jest dłuższa niż Wiedźmin, by mi to zajęło 50 lat chyba. Nie ma szans. ci powiem, nie ma szans, żeby to wszystko tu ogarnąć w tej grze. Ta gra to będzie taka, jak wyjdzie coś, to będziemy grać w to drugie, nie? Jak na przykład, znaczy nie mówię o The Crew, ale taki Assassin na przykład, to będziemy w niego grać, nie? Będziemy na przemian robić wtedy streamy. Znowu się zaczyna. Uwaga, będzie głośno. Gdzie są te punkty do zbierania? Tu. Gdzie są punkty? O, jest. Raz. Dwa. Wiem, teraz to jest taka typowa anomalia, takie... Musimy przelatywać przez takie bąbelki, nie? I wtedy... Głośna muzyka tu jest bardzo... O Jezus. 4. Jest. Tam jest. 6. 7. 8. 'Jak się jeszcze jedna misja z tego włączy, to pierwsze nie robię tego. Już, bo to chyba jest w ciągu misji zaś taki. 9. Jest. Jeszcze. Chyba jeszcze. Jest. Bierzemy moc. No elo, czym się? Głośno. Jest głośno dość. Okej. Poziom 12. A ten level leci. A no. To tak w kółko będziemy lecieć, co? Czy wszystkich nie pozbieramy? Oj, to będzie ciekawe. To może być ciekawe, patrzcie. Jak go wypieprzyłem go. Jak się wydupił.
Let's talk. When you have time, of course.
Co chcesz?
So, you gotta fill me in on what happened at the temple. What happened? What did you see? I've seen a lot, but I'm just one person. There are more worlds out there than I could ever physically visit. Then what happened? I heard you did some stuff and then you changed. By different, you mean you have magical superpowers? Sure, different is technically appropriate as a descriptor, but it wouldn't be my first choice. You encountered advanced technology that altered your biology in a way that results in... In what? Superpowers? I could call it that weird thing that you do, but it does seem like a mouthful. I don't know. Change you in some way that we don't fully understand. I like the unknown when it comes to exploring, not when it comes to my body. But yeah, I mean, it is really neat. I just hope it stays neat and nothing, you know, not neat. Anyway, thanks for filling me in on the temple and your power. I wonder if we can find any more traces of whoever built them. It just opens up a world
To
of
jest
questions.
coś w rodzaju jak w Skyrimie, te ozdechy smocze. Na razie dość tych świątyń, Mantis też nie. Szczerze. Wziąłbym sobie. Tyle, że na razie nie jestem w stanie. Udźwig zwiększa wydolność. Na razie to stawimy. Teoretycznie pistolety zadają większe obrażenia. Lasery też by można było. No nie wiem na razie. Na razie kurde. Ciężka sprawa. Jak znajdę jakieś wrogie statki w okolicy, to bym może i się zgłosił. Ale na razie to chyba to możliwe, że będzie w misjach z rodzaju to spróbujemy. Na Marsa lecę. Cześć Paula. Mam 3 moce. trzy moce aktywowałem i tyle.
Estonia. The folks here work together to ensure that this place functions. And it does. John takes it back living in the ground or caves.
No, 2 punkty umiejętności już, ale powiem szczerze, że chyba
have something for you.
Just because the governor's office is right out there.
Sidonia may be rough around the edge.
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out.
pająk obrał mi krwią wczoraj całą ścianę. Łe!
Yo, this dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still... He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. And I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even weirder, someone came in and bought it like right away. The hell's that about, right? Man, sorry, I can't really say that. Really, they told me not to say anything like that because rumors, you know? All I know is that we're running business here, and I was told to take an all for whatever we've got. And listen, I'm not gonna worry about anything other than that.
Przewodnie miał długi męczarniach. Oj. Możesz powiedzieć mi więcej? O, a ty jesteś...
Cool. That's what we do here.
Co ty tu masz? Dawaj to. Amunicja mnie nie interesuje.
Sounds like
Kurde, nie to. Tylko to.
Oh man, I'm still new here, so I don't know how qualified I am to answer that. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Everyone. Free Stars, UC, even Varun.
Ale swoją drogą,
Because I guess we're all about free trade for all.
ja do tego typa mam interes.
I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson Fleet, right?
Bo ja mu sprzedam zaraz
So as
syf.
far as I'm concerned, they're all right in my book.
Czekaj, ja ci zaraz syf sprzedam. Pokaż mi to, pokaż.
Yeah, let's get you hooked up.
Pokaż mi to, stary. Sprzedaj. Powiem ci, stary, że tak. No na razie kiepsko. Ale swoją sprzedaj z ładowni statków. Z tego ci mogę sprzedać na pewno parę drobiazgów. Na pewno to. Na pewno. O, to se zostawię. To se zostawię, bo ten. Ale te ci mogę posprzedawać. Dobra, to co też zostawię. To se sprzedaj. Sprzedamy to w pizdu. Jak mam to tego nie będę potrzebował. Tu mam 12. No powiem, że na pewno to, na pewno to. O, to se zostawię. Dobra, takie bronie se zostawię w ładowni statku. A twardy był skóry. Próbowali się bronić atakując. Nie, ale nie wyszło. Dobra. Uzbrojenie, skafandry. Te skafandry wszystkie, które tu są, można mu opchnąć. Ile ty masz stare kasy w ogóle? Raz, dwa... 7000 kredytów masz, hopie. To ja już mam 50 000 znowu kredycików, więc w sumie plecaki. Szczerze, stary, razy 2 hełmy i ubiór. Stare dziadostwo, wyposażenie. To niech zostanie. Szczególnie części do statku. Zostać. Chyba, żeby stary. Jedna rzecz. Jak ty masz części do statku do napraw, to też sobie kupię. Albo jakieś apteczki. Skafandry, ale to nie. Hełmy, ubiór. Mioty miotane. Wspomagacze, ty. O, może masz. Masz ty apteczki, ty. Masz apteczki. To mi dasz. A dasz mi coś na antybiotyki, dasz mi coś na chorobę na pewno. Bandaże błyskawiczne to jest na krwawienie prawdopodobnie. Dozownik to nie wiem. Dobra, a jeszcze masz może wyposażenie. Zasoby. Dupa nie masz. No to spadaj. To jedynie co, to jeszcze chcę kupić wyposażenia w takim razie na jakieś dziwne choroby. Kupię to będę miał. Dobra, mam się leczyć różnych chorób. Że wiedzieć, że tu jest handlarz.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Worked. Past tense. Dr. Walker hasn't been employed here for some time now.
Oh.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. They were all devils. Red devils. A UC Marine unit based here on Mars, though they were disbanded shortly after the Colony War. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Bonds forged in battle and all that.
Oj, mam obiad, muszę iść. Czekajcie. Zaraz wracam, muszę iść zjeść, bo mi mama woła już.
Halo?
Jestem. Ja sobie tylko coś sprawdzę i polecimy. Czekajcie, tylko se zobaczymy coś. Nie coś. Na pewno. Tak. Dwie rzeczy muszę sprawdzić. Ale to tak na szybko. Szybkością. Nic tu nie ma. I teraz. Dajcie mi chwilę. Bo muszę to zobaczyć. O kurde. Aha. To jest. Tak, dwie dychy. No to mamy. Dobra. A jak tak zrobimy? To jest samo. Nie, czekajcie. No. To jest chyba opłacalne. Bo tak, tutaj moment. Muszę coś gdzieś. Okej. W tym. Spoko. Czyli trzeba coś takiego robić i wtedy. Okej. Dobra, już wiem wszystko. Już możemy grać.
Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own
Musi być.
pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
Ale czekajcie, bo tutaj.
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts, we'd be most grateful.
And you need fabulous interplanetary explorers to get this guy to pay his bills, huh?
Okay. O Boże.
Why? Feeling charitable? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something substantial. So if you were able to find him and convince him to clear his accounts, you would have our honest gratitude.
No promises, though. Got it?
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits between the hours of 0600 and 1800 local time.
Pytanie teraz, czy to jest na tej planecie, czy na innej? Oj, na tej. No, na tej. Zdecydowanie.
Be careful down near the mines.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin. The hell you just say to me? I gotta...
Andy, sit down. You. Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar, harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, why don't you come over here, Captain?
Kurwa.
Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him? Hadrian? A woman named Hadrian sent you, a member of the Vanguard, to find Percival. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right, Captain. If you are who you say, supra et ultra. Vanguard motto. What's it mean? Should have gotten that during her oath.
O Boże. Super and order. Wszystko po... A już nie pamiętam, kurwa, takich rzeczy. Ach chuj.
That's what I thought. You're full of it.
Kurwa, ja nie pamiętam takich kurwa rzeczy. Nawet nie przeczytał. To kurwa ma znaczyć w ogóle. Dobra, sam za...
Broken spears upstairs. Go drown yourself there.
Dobra.
This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Doc Walker? Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain...
What?
Bo jestem z gwardii.
Stray topside. Adrian? All right. That's what I've...
Dobra. Ja nie pamiętam takich kurwa rzeczy. Ty gnoju. Musisz... Polecimy wszystkie 3 opcje.
Forget about Percival Walk.
Kurwa. Ty szmaciuro. Ja nie pamiętam, kurde.
Broken spears upstairs.
Doc Walker? Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard...
Vanguard? I don't care if you're the damn fleet admiral.
Stray topside.
You're not a red devil, so you shouldn't be here.
Adrian? All right. I see. And tell me, what grade was it you got on your entrance exam? A? C? D+? That is right. All right, Captain. Maybe you are who you say you are. But look,
Even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact
O,
with
ty
Dr.
śmiecie.
Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. Red Devils were the meanest marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils. And didn't with everyone else. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war ended and the armistice came down, everything associated with Xeno weapons got shelved. Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the black, rampaging across the battlefield. And understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement. Well, the most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
Sure. We can help you commit a petty crime to secure your professional support. Why the hell not?
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you may be Hadrian's friend. Come here.
Co tam?
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no, I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right? Yeah, sure. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. If you give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. No.
No.
Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some. It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new. And we think we found a use for it. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really.
Cambridge.
Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big. Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Here comes the but.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Biggest employer on Mars has always been Demo Star Yards.
Ach, te rozmowy w tych grach. BTSD.
Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. That meant a lot of folks scrounging for work around here. A bunch of parasites and cutthroats. They're folks from the fringes.
Tylko naprawdę, że tu nie ma dubbingów polskiego, że nie zrobili. Mnie to akurat trochę boli. To Skyrima była do takiej gry.
Sure, we're not downtown New Atlantis, but there are places where they'd be bothered less than here. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there, and cut off what they thought was the competition, you know? Yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Świetnie. Dużo rzeczy.
Keep our children safe. Keep them out of harm's way. Thank you from the civilian.
Na razie mamy.
Condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home. Used to think I was Vanguard material, until I discovered that space travel turns my stomach in knots.
Kurwa, jaki test.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure this article and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor. Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Detonacja.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
Ważne. Chyba jak.
What's the word, Jack? I heard you were having a problem with a customer.
Nothing I could.
Before you say anything, no. Ours is not.
I can't believe Deimos is a psychologist and stuff.
Kurwa mać. Co znowu? A to ci dopiero. Zaś na coś wpadłem.
Yes. Fancy seeing you here.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist.
Talk to me if you reckon you can clear these
Yes. What?
I heard they found another new freshwater deposit in one of the mines. So much better than Banker's ridiculous. Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Let's keep it that way.
Nie wiem.
Mars is ripe with resources.
Jack, gonna need a stiff drink tonight after the day I've had.
Tell you what, this one's on the house.
Dobra, ja sam nie wiem, gdzie mam iść, więc... O, wywalone mam. Trudno.
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Ja się przejmował. Licząc na to, że to jest w sumie opcjonalne tylko. C. Prawdziwy jest gdzieś poza planetą, poza Marsem też. Tak, opcjonalne. To chyba jednak nie jest na statku. Statek jest tu. Ja gdzieś dalej. Startuje statek. To jest opcjonalne. Dobra. A ja się nie widział. Kurde, co się dzieje? Dziewiętnaście. A. Co to jest? Ile to mam? Nic. To już 7. Takie. Dwanaście.
We should absolutely expect to see more spaces in the mines. No doubt about it. That was a weird noise. Well, they don't need it now.
Kurwa.
I'm too good at this. Won't even scar.
Nieźle, nieźle. Kurde, tak nisko. Wow.
I've got some time to kill. I'd run too. I mean, come back. Ha, right here? You hit here. Ow, ow, ow! Fine, let's go. Ah, this never gets old.
Kurde. Kiepsko trochę.
Free grenade. Yes, we made a bad impression.
Ty, że mi ogólnie nic nie jest. Ale... Jezus. Co za gówno.
All yours.
No.
Didn't think this through, huh?
Kurwa, ale ta kopalnia jest dupna.
Looks blocked. Might be another way down through the caves in the back. Found me a target.
Chwila, moment. Wow, haha, mamy kurwa skafander. Skafandry? Nie, to nie jest skafander. Zbrojenie też nie. Plecaki też nie. O, hełm to jest. Dawaj mi go na łeb. Ten hełm. Kurde, jaki hełm. Dobra, mamy hełm. Spoko. Co my teraz zrobimy? Stary, bo my się musimy teraz podzielić. Słuchaj no, stary, bo masz mały udźwig. Ale słuchaj no. Uzbrojenie. Kto se... Kurwa. 5 razy aż to jest. Będzie trzeba, bo ja to będę chciał potem na statku opieprzyć. Schowaj wszystko. To też. To też. I może pojedyncze te zostawię. 11. A to sobie weź. To sobie weź. To sobie weź. Skafandry. Ja go chyba zapchałem, co? Da, ja cię zapchałem, stary. Okej, no, to będziemy później myśleć. Ja go chyba zapchałem. Teraz mogę. Nie, ja chcę F. Fajnie, bo to mi pokazuje. Wow, no niekoniecznie. Jak oni tu natupcają? Tego jeszcze jest. Nie wiem, albo 10, albo... Podczas walki.
down? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Już tą grę ogarniam powoli, jak ona dokładnie działa. Pytanie brzmi, czy ja mam... Chyba jaki mam udźwig? Pewnie... damy raz jeszcze radę. Ale i tak musimy iść po tej akcji ładowni na statku i... No to przy okazji.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Collating. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
O, ładnie. Badań. To jest.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
No, tylko już teraz. Ciężko wydostać. Wystarczy podskakiwać.
Guess the good stuff hasn't all been extracted from this mine, huh?
Ciekawe, kurwa. Jak niby tu przejść, jak? Mam pomysł. Szybciej.
I have something for you.
Bez pieprzenia. Będzie bez pieprzenia się.
You might want this.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
You look hurt. Might want to head on over to Reliance. Dr. Flynn will get you patched up.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting
Mam.
capacity. A dose of this
Będę
stuff could make a
później
miner
na
way more
głosowie
efficient.
będę ustawiać
This
inaczej
formula's gotta be worth
stanowisko.
at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell
Okej.
Arctai and the Trade Authority you
Spoko.
found a business proposal that will make miners
Ale to
more
my najwyżej,
efficient,
jak Dawid
higher
gra i tak
yield,
wieśka, to
synergy,
pewnie.
you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt.
No,
You good at doing pitches and stuff like that?
że jak coś to...
Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Kurde. Stary, co ty ode mnie jeszcze byś chciał? O, i zrobiło się wymarsz dług. Na to już trzeba uważać.
If you're here to broker a deal, why don't you try someone else?
Failure to comply with this ordinance will result in fines not exceeding 5,000 credits or 100 hours community service.
We got lots of stuff. Just ask.
Was there something else?
Po prostu mam pogadać.
I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest that's accrued, it's something substantial. If you're feeling charitable, I'd be happy to look it up for you. I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed. Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before. And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers, or so I've heard. Oh, really? Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug? Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here, a finder's fee from the authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
No.
Yeah?
Yep.
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Pip. Ja podejrzewam, że teraz gdzieś... Co, ma Marsa spadać? Nie, niekoniecznie, ale tu nadal jest. W tym Marsie, dobra. Zysk z tego mam, kurde. Chyba jest noc. Ważne. Art to jest, nie? To jest taki art, taki... A teraz nie mogę, bo... Ale zresztą spadam. W tym momencie już mogę się tepnąć. tego spodziewać.
Like the living quarters are up ahead. It's going to be packed with spacers. Mark my word.
Jakby trzeba było się bić. Chyba nie ma drogi.
May as well, right?
Come on. Kiło trochę, że to minie. Albo teraz. Teraz mnie nie chce to prowadzić. Użamy to trochę, nie? Chociaż może da się jakoś dojść. Czekajcie. Da się jakoś dojść. Gotowie. winda to chyba. Ta winda to mnie wywiodła na samą kurwa górę.
Everything in the settled systems depends on minds like these. Oh, wow. This is the old way. Look at this. It's a huge drill. No lasers.
Kurwa, jak to jest posrane to. Daleko to jeszcze.
Whoa, yeah. If your map doesn't match up with reality, time to evacuate because something's wrong.
No pierdolę. Się można zgubić już. O, jakie głupie.
Well, this must be the place. Looks like there's a light in the door, too. How charming.
Ja muszę przejść odpowiednio chyba. Jakie to jest posrane. Nareszcie. Kurde, kość tych hopy był.
Adrian sent you. She's... Did she look okay? A terramorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way? Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Kurwa, tak daleko, żeś mi kazał.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all on the slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn thing I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. She was disconcertingly correct, trying a little habit of Adrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack. The ones that did, well, they were just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not going to end well for humanity.
Humanity has survived a lot, but this could be a bottleneck event for our species if we survive. And the devastation to society, to knowledge, it would reduce civilization to shambles.
So you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? Because until now, the Terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well,
Battery
we don't have enough
70%.
information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here. The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Szybciej będzie, naprawdę.
Hey, you might want this.
Have something for you.
Always nice to kick back in the broken beer after a while.
Beep, beep, beep.
Is that Hadrian?
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Once I was in a glacial cave surrounded by creepy red eyes, kind of like this. But it turns out they were just glowing bug butts.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, When the colony war came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Faroon. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that. The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind. Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC's warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. These days, we're just concerned citizens with a very particular area of expertise. Our damage has been done for a long time. Oh, you already knew. I'm sorry about that. It didn't seem relevant in the moment, and well, it's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the colony war. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Kurde.
Because the Terramorph project was doomed from the start. Terramorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses.
Ale ta gra jest naprawdę z dialogami, to ona ma zajebiście tyle dialogów.
You have my word. It's not a threat.
Niesamowite.
I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Faroon on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and...
Mam się zastanawiam nad jedną ważną rzeczą. Czy tu jest w ustawieniach coś takiego, interfejs wyświetlania, może tu? Nie, to są ustawienia graficzne. Rozgrywka, poziom trudności, to nie. O, to są napisy ogólne włączone. Włączone. Czyli w menu głównym. To niekoniecznie, nie ma tu czegoś takiego. Nie da się bardziej większych napisów zrobić, nie ma tak takiej możliwości. Nie ma tak gra takiej możliwości.
That's all I'm asking. Thank you. Now I need to get this work up in the cabinet's hands. Once that's done, I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Yes, Captain.
Ładnie, ładnie. To jest dalej to samo. Frakcyjnych.
Was that Percival walking through there?
To lecimy, no. A czy... Tak szczerze to... Jeśli... A nie, to nie jest... To jest tutaj. Alpha Centauris. W ten sposób.
Hard to underscore the impressive architecture of New Atlantis, right? I've been here hundreds of times, and it never ceases to amaze me.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. No. They made a pretty grave miscalculation. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. My areas of expertise are pretty specific, but messed up families are up there. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Abi.
That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me too. But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Jedziemy do góry.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
O Boże.
All knowledge related to the technologies banned by the UC and the Freestar Collective after the Colony War resides in the archives,
Bello.
including the aforementioned Terramorph data you and Hadrian are after. I want to know what you, someone with less direct involvement in the Armistice, sees as the purpose behind granting said access.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tauceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Kicking the can down the road seems like it buys us time, but we don't need time as much as we need solutions.
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the Captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy affect decision with such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling,
Abello jest jakiś prezydent Abello.
sufficient for the level of action you've requested.
Pani prezydent.
Perhaps once we've... Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport.
Oh.
Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Don't panic. We need to focus.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
The things we do here technically benefits all of humanity.
God you got here when you did. I just wish...
Yeah, what the hell happened back there? Sorry? Now, the way those people...
We tried, but some of the other...
Pheromonic projection. Some term. It affects everyone. You kill the more...
Kurwa. Teraz idę na dół, bo muszę tego...